This past weekend, I got to see the Savannah Bananas live and in person and speak at a mastermind surrounding the business conference. And it's quite interesting to step back and think about the client experience and how we could absolutely revolutionize the real estate industry by taking some lessons from Jesse Cole. So we're going to talk about his 5 E's today. I can't wait to share this because it can absolutely change the way you do business and the way that your client experience plays out each and every time to create the most raving fans. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane here, Real Estate Agent Playbook and eXp Realty. I pride myself on the client experience and how well I take care of my clients. Certainly there's been slip-ups, but Jesse Cole took it to a new level, and being invited to speak in Philadelphia at a business mastermind put on by my good buddy John Shookman surrounding the Savannah Bananas business model was absolutely amazing. And I learned so much even from preparing my talk and the chat that I had, and just from being around those amazing agents out there. So let's kind of dive in. And his entire thing is surrounded by 5 E's. The first one is eliminate friction. The Savannah Bananas eliminate sales tax on ticket prices. They make the concessions, or they did make them, not anymore now that they're playing at NFL and MLB stadiums, but they made the concessions free of charge included in the ticket. So just some of those things to eliminate friction, eliminate everything that sucks. Well, in real estate, we can't necessarily eliminate a lot of things, but we certainly could ease the tension. We can communicate and prepare our clients. And there are some things that we can eliminate. We can take some things off of our client's plate, whether that's, calling inspectors or calling contractors or doing all of this and setting up all these things. There's certainly a concierge mentality out there that we could take to the next level. So think about how that would look if you had permission from your clients and you're doing, these mundane things, calling there's some things we just can't do, right? We can't call the utility company, and we're supposed to, obviously let them, make those decisions for the services and all of that. However, is there something that we can do in our real estate businesses that would eliminate some of the friction? There certainly is. It's just about how we, operate, whether it's, moving trucks, or there's all kinds of different ideas, but think to your business how you could eliminate friction. Just one thing to make it a little bit easier on your clients. Be very careful with liability and taking on too many costs. Obviously we don't get paid till the end. So there's a ton of things that we could do, but is there one thing that you could do right now to eliminate some friction? I will tell you the most important thing is over communicate, prepare, and be available as far as questions and things go. But if there's something that I didn't mention, comment below. I would love to hear what you are going to do in your business to eliminate friction to check off the first of 5 E's in Jesse Cole's model. Next, we have entertain always. We can do this. Obviously, there's the dancing realtor. My good friend Tracy Spence was actually at the event down from Georgia. Tracy is an amazing real estate agent in Georgia, and she gets people to dance. In fact, before my talk, we got up and we did a dance to the Pink Pony Club, which she switched on social media to Chicken and Banana. I'm not going to post it, but you can find it out there. It's definitely out there. But how do we entertain always? How do we make it entertaining? How do we show up, right? Can we bring an element of humor in our videos and our posts and our conversations that will help loosen it up? Absolutely. If you're a good dancer, go for it. But we do need to understand that we are entertaining our clients. We are serving our clients. And maybe this was a little bit different back in the day when we were, driving our clients around in the cars and all of those things. But how do you show up for your clients? What's that experience like? In fact, one agent was talking about possibly, showing up to the closing table in a limo with their clients, right? Something cool, something different. So always try and add that element of entertainment. Understand that this is a very stressful process, but how can we entertain, right? This is something that you can do. If you take one thing and go from there, Absolutely, let's do it. In fact, if you comment bananas below or send me a DM on Instagram at the RE Agent Playbook, bananas, we will get you the GPT that will help walk you through this entire process and creating this for your business. And it's absolutely incredible, and you can walk yourself through it, or you can just comment below and do it the old-fashioned way. But definitely something to think about. How are we going to entertain? How are we going to show up? Are we going to have a closing gift with the big balloons and the champagne bottles and all of that? Or is there something else that you do already maybe to entertain, to kind of replace our new kind of meet at the house, mundane search on the internet? We need to make sure that we're entertaining and we're having fun while doing this. Next is experiment constantly. This is something that obviously with the Savannah Bananas, Jesse Cole puts 10 new ideas up for his business every single day. Some of them and most of them have come to fruition, but he continues to do this. He's always experimenting, always thinking about how he can better the fan experience, because every single fan matters and their experience matters. So, I'm sure that some of them flop and all the things. It's kind of funny because we were talking about, it's amazing that there's not more mistakes made. And I'm sure there's mistakes made, but they do such a good job of moving your energy and moving your line of focus around so many times throughout the, game that you don't notice it. Well, when we were there, the cameraman actually was circling around the pitcher's mound and tripped and fell. This became a post on social media and everything happened. But the truth is that we're going to mess up in our business, and we just have to continue to experiment and just make sure we're doing the right things with the paperwork and all of that. But when it comes to the experience, let's experiment. Let's experiment with different closing gifts. Let's experiment with all different types of social media posts and recognition and gifting. And what can you do that is an experiment every day? Write down something you want to do, 10 sticky notes that you want to implement, make them simple and implement them one by one. We don't have to implement them all at the same time, because obviously costs and things go into all of this, but implement one thing at a time. Right? 10 sticky notes a day, keep them up, kind of audit them, get rid of some. But this is a huge piece of trying something new, trying something to be out of the norm. Because if we never try and experiment, we're never going to break the norm, and we're going to be just the same as the other realtors that we're competing with. The whole point of all of this is to break the mold and be different, be unique, so that you show up in a way for your clients that's memorable and unique. Next is engage deeply. Obviously, the number one reason that real estate agents do not get retained for the next purchase or sale is because they lack communication. This is a NAR study. It's known, it's out there. So engage deeply, right? Write the handwritten notes. Be there for the tough times, be there for the good times, over communicate, deliver on value. But then once it's done, communicate again and make sure that you're staying in the know and talking to your clients and knowing what's going on and following up. Yes, even if the house's value goes down a little bit, let's continue to grow that and build that and show up with communication at the forefront. Jesse responds to every single email. He responds to every note he gets. It's a 100% response, policy. And for you as an agent, we obviously have that, but how do we outgoingly engage with our clients? How do we make sure that they're having the best experience with the contractors that we're referring and so on? This is a key point in Jesse's story, is that he's constantly engaging, he's constantly getting feedback, because when you're talking to your clients about their experience, they're going to give you feedback, both positive and negative, and that's how we adapt, and that's how we get to a perfect business model and a perfect client experience that we're always adapting and always growing and always, chopping and changing. Just because it's perfect for one does not mean it's perfect for the other. So we're always auditing and changing and doing what we need to do to create the best client experience. And then finally, we're going to empower action, right? The fans at the Bananas games feel like they're a part of it. They're dancing, they're wearing Bananas gear, they're doing all of the things. They feel like they're a part of the process. Obviously, clients need to feel like they're a part of the process, but they also need to feel supported, because obviously they're paying us money to do what we do. So as an agent, how are you empowering them to stand up and do some of the pieces that, fit in their wheelhouse that they want to do? Are you making sure that they know exactly what's on the inspection that didn't get addressed so that they can address that, and helping connect them with the right contractors so that they can do that? It is our job to make sure that our clients feel empowered through each and every step of the process, right? If they want to show up in a banana outfit, they can totally do that. So if we run these back and we eliminate friction, we entertain always, we experiment constantly, we engage deeply, and we empower action in our clients. This is the basis of your client journey. And like I said, if you comment bananas below, or if you send me a DM message that says bananas, I will directly send the GPT to you. It's a coach. It'll help you kind of pull these 5Es into your business, and they'll customize them just for you, give you an entire business plan absolutely for free. But I can't wait to see you take Jesse Cole's lessons in these 5Es that were on display when I was in person at the Philadelphia Phillies Stadium watching the Savannah Bananas, and then as we broke it down for the mastermind afterwards. An incredible event, an incredible time, but most of all, incredible lessons implementing the 5Es into all of my businesses, whether it's the agent attraction side and, for the agents that choose to partner with me that have absolute amazing success and drive to grow their business and do it differently, or it's in my production business with the clients. It absolutely changed the way that I look and view my client experience, and I hope it does for you too. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in partnering with an amazing group of people and maybe getting an invite to the next Bananas event, please go to reagentwolfpack.com and we can chat then. Until then, go bananas.